Alright guys, on the line we have one of Sydney's best kept secrets and one of Mirage and I's favourite producers of 2011, a man with releases on Virus Audio, Digitally Infected, Friction, a host of others, and a real representation of the big hard tech, hard trance sound that is gaining worldwide recognition at the moment. He's a big fan of Kaos Radio, and we had the pleasure of partying with him in Sydney just a few months ago, or at least those that didn't pike out at midnight. Neil. DJ Husband, welcome to the show, mate.
Jeff, Neil, good to be on the show, guys. How you going?
Not too bad. We apologise about the technical difficulties.
Not at all, man, not at all.
Dude. How's life in Sydney at the moment?
Fantastic. The summer's certainly hit. It's getting very, very hot and muggy, so good time to be smashing out some big beats, I reckon.
Lucky you. Alright, just to get started on all this, mate, why don't you just tell us a bit about your history and how you got started doing all this stuff?
Always been very, very passionate about music and started off listening to some really, really heavy metal. And then as I got older, I sort of made a transition into electronic music and got so passionate about it, just as a bit of a joke gift. I think my wife got me a set of decks, which she had no idea how passionate I'd become about that. But yeah, I guess I got into mixing in a big way. Spent a couple of years sort of learning how to mix, and then started in production. A few years have gone past since then, and I'm just loving it more and more each day.
Awesome, man. So you're a heavy metal fan, mate. I see you have a shaved head right now. Did you ever have the massive heavy metal hair down to your shoulders or anything like that?
No, man, I've been bald since I was about 13, so I just had a bad attitude and a drinking problem, so that's why I was listening to heavy metal, man. Fit right in.
You never played guitar or anything like that?
No, I was never actually. I don't know, the whole being a musician thing never really stuck, so it's just I still find it just amusing that at the age of 27 I start trying to produce, and I can actually make music now using a computer. Had no idea what give me a guitar and I'm hopeless.
Well, it's never too late then, Neil. Who's older out of you two?
Let's edit that question out.
Sorry. All right, now just tell us a bit about the story behind the name DJ Husband and the phrase "married to the music." How did that all come about?
Well, the name DJ Husband actually came from the first night that my wife gave me my decks. She walked around telling all of our friends that I was her DJ Husband, and it just stuck. Our friends would call me that, promoters would call me that I was friends with. By the time I got my first gig, that's what I was being called on the night. So it's just one of those names. It was bestowed upon me. It is unusual and unique, as a lot of people have pointed out to me. So, but over time, it's sort of really, I don't know, just become a part of who I am now. And because I'm so passionate about it, just the married to the music line just seemed to just fit properly. So that's where that comes from.
Awesome. Does anyone call your wife DJ Wife?
Oh, I certainly do. But yeah. Some of my friends, some of her friends would do that. Now being a father as well, I've got we had DJ Baby, but now I've got DJ Toddler on the rounds. It's quite good. She plays thumping hard wiggles. Pretty good sets, actually.
So you're training your kids up to be world famous DJs or producers, or what?
No training required, man. Kids these days are so smart, and my daughter in particular is so much smarter than me, so I'm already starting to pick up on a few tricks and tips from her.
Awesome. Is she going to be playing hard dance or commercial house like Mirage?
Well, I'm certainly subjecting her to a lot of hard tech and hard trance, but the way kids are these days, I'm sure that she'll be playing some lovely commercial house.
Or getting in on the dubstep, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. With some new style, maybe.
Speaking of these other genres and stuff, there's a big general trend amongst hard dance producers to create tunes at, slightly lower BPMs, crossover genres, a bit like that. Now, your productions genuinely seem to stay true to the more harder, techier sound, the more true hard trance sound. So what's your take on this big trend that's happening at the moment, and have you been tempted to follow it?
Yeah, it is an interesting trend, and there's quite a few guys out there doing it at the moment, in particular Organ Donors or Intuition, a few other people that are really slowing down their sound, and it's not something that I would do, certainly with the hard trance, hard tech sound that I'm very passionate about. I think when you start to, in my opinion, you slow the music down, and if you're still using the same sounds, there's something that just doesn't quite fit. And hard dance sounds produced at 130 BPM just doesn't sound right to me. But if I was to start making music at that speed, I think I'd start making progressive trance, or some really fast house. But respect to the Organ Donors for really pushing their sound and just seeing where it's taking them. And they've got a massive fan base. There's been a lot of backlash about them departing from their hard trance sound, but they're really developing a new fan base, and it's really exciting when producers start thinking outside the box. So I guess it's something that we're going to see more and more, especially as the sales in house and trance music is far exceeding hard dance. But you certainly won't be seeing that from me.
Nice. What about the use of dubstep breakdowns and dubstep elements within hard dance productions? It's another thing we're seeing a lot of. Is that something you've toyed with?
I've got a release coming up on Bionic shortly where it's not a full dubstep break, it's just got a bit of a dubstep wobble in the middle of it. And I was just toying around with the sound one day and thought, that could add a lot of atmosphere. I think as long as producers are taking the time to actually learn what they need to do to make it sound good, especially because it's, going to be in the middle of other sounds which might not necessarily gel with the dubstep element, so they really need to make sure that that it fits and it's fluid and it doesn't sound out of place. There's a lot of really bad sounding dubstep breakdowns in hard trance at the moment, which is a shame, and to be honest they could probably sound a lot better, and so we'll just if all producers are trying to make sure they sound as good as possible, then go for it.
Nice. Now, just going back to your sound, this big hard tech sound that you've got is really big in the UK in the moment. And I see you've been involved with Dirty Stockouts Radio in the UK with Andy Richmond, and you got a few links to the scene over there. Can you just tell us a bit about that? And do you ever plan to tour over there?
Yeah, well, I became friends with Andy Richmond a couple of years ago through the magic of Facebook. He's got his radio show, Dirty Stockouts, which has a really, really big following through Europe. He wanted to expand the show, and he thought that bringing somebody in from the opposite end of the world would be a really good idea, and he approached me, and I was thrilled when he asked me. So that's been going for nearly a year now, with him and I hosting shows a fortnight apart. Definitely have plans to get over UK sometime, hopefully in the next 6 months or so. Got some guys over there working on putting a tour together, so Nick the Kid, please help me out, man, get me there.
Nice. And just on your sound again, we've got these mixes playing on the show tonight that you've put together for us. Can you tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, there's a couple of hour-long mixes here that they just take through a range of different hard techno, hard trance, hard style sounds that I'm really enjoying at the moment. When I listen to a set, I really like a strong emphasis on set progression. So these will start off at a certain point and hopefully take the listener to another point. So I think hopefully there's something in there for everybody, and hope you all enjoy it.
Awesome. Now, just a couple of quick-fire questions to finish off, mate. If you could collaborate with any producer in the world, who would it be?
At the moment, it'd have to be Josh Lang. He's just setting the mark for every single hard dance producer at the moment. Just wild sounds and amazing soundscapes. So I'd love to get into the studio with him.
And I see you got a collaboration with Nomad coming out as well.
Yeah, I was very lucky to work with Nomad. He's an amazing producer, and I've learned so much through that first track. We've got really excited with the results, so we're going to do another one pretty much straight away. The first one's definitely heavily geared towards his sound with my elements in it, but the second one will be geared towards my sound, so really excited to see how that one ends up.
Awesome. Now, in terms of on-stage collaborations, you've met both myself, J Shocking, and you've met Mirage here. If you had a choice between playing a set with either one of us, who would it be? And bear in mind that I partied with you till 4 a.m. at Massive after DEF CON a few months back, and Neil piked out at midnight.
Well, to be honest, guys, I think that would be a really, really hard choice. I'd like to see some sort of series of obstacles, tasks, run you through a few hoops to see who can come out on top. But actually, yeah. No, to be honest, I think a set between the three of us would bring out some pretty interesting results. I think that would be a lot of fun.
And a few more of those drinks that you're drinking right now on stage with us, mate. What have you got there?
There's a cocktail I like to call a triple JD and Coke.
Nice. Is that the third one tonight, is it?
Yeah, halfway through the third one. Yeah.
Good man. Well, let's see where your night goes, eh?
We'll
go look after the kids now. That'll be real fun.
Okay. That's right.
All right, mate. So, all right. Finally, mate, what's next for DJ Husband? What can we expect from you in the near future?
I've got a few releases coming out of Bionic, another one on Atmosphere, which I'm really excited about. It's a tour through the UK at some point next year, which will be really exciting. Hopefully get across to New Zealand at some point for a show. Yeah, that's it, guys. But yeah, just more pumping beats.
Awesome. All right, mate. Absolute pleasure to have you on the show tonight. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, look, thanks for having me, guys. Big fan of the show, so I'm really happy to finally be on it.
Thank you. How did you come across the show, actually, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was probably some random Facebook stalking. I don't know. I think probably a comment was made by one of you, and I thought, that's quite interesting. Let's go see what this is all about. And then I find an awesome radio show.
So it wasn't Jeff actually begging for tunes across the internet like he always does?
No, that came later. That definitely came later.
And then it came you begging after me because I got set them first and you were feeling left out. If that memory serves you right, yeah? Okay, that's all, mate. Least we can do, mate. Your tunes are absolutely amazing and it's a pleasure to play them all the time, dude. So thanks for joining us again. If you guys want more info on DJ Husband, just check out www.djhusband.com. Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, lads. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Jamie.